Namaste students, my name is JVS Dr. Dinesh Dhulia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayati Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are going to discuss a practical session, that is to study the biogas plants, and this belongs to the subject Renewable Energy and Green Technology Lab. So what is the biogas plant? So basically biogas plant is a plant where the biogas is produced. Okay, fine. So it is a biogas plant is a place where biogas is produced by the fermenting biomass, by the fermentation of the biomass. The substrate used for the production of this methane containing gas usually consists of the energy crops such as the corn, the waste material, such as the manure, the food, and the cow dung, obviously. So what is biomass, or sorry, what is biogas? So the biogas is generally it is consists a maximum amount of the uh, methane. Okay, so there are many other gases also there, but methane is prominently there. So most organic materials, when they undergo a natural anaerobic digestion in the presence of the moisture and in the absence of the oxygen, they produce the biogas. So the biogas so obtained, it is a mixture of various gases. So in this, the average is composition is like that. The methane is around 55 to 65%. Then the carbon dioxide is around 30 to 40%. The biogas contains traces of other gases also, like the hydrogen is there, hydrogen H2S is there, N2 nitrogen is there. Okay, and the average calorific value of the biogas is ranges from the 5,000 to 5,500 kilocalorie per kilogram. So the biogas is utilized as it in its natural form, and it can be upgraded in the SNG, that is a synthetic natural gas. And it is because the SNG, it is a processed biogas. So we removed some of the component of from the biogas. Say for example, the carbon dioxide is removed, H2S is removed, and then it is known as the SNG, synthetic natural gas. So the production of biogas is of particular significance in India because of its large scale cattle production. Biomass is used for the cooking. So the biogas is used for cooking, domestic lighting and heating. So it can also be used to generate the electricity. So the capacity of a biogas plant may vary, and a family biogas plant is usually around 2 to 3 meter cube capacity. So there are many advantages of the biogas plants. So because the initial investment is low for the construction of the biogas plant, and the technology is very suitable for the rural areas, the biogas is locally generated and can be easily distributed for domestic use. Biogas reduce the rural poor and the dependence of traditional fuel sources, which lead to deforestation. Then the use of the biogas in village, it helps in improving the sanitary condition and checks the environmental pollution. Because if biogas is not there, they will use the household chulas, and in that they burn the wood and they produce the pollution. So the byproduct like in nitrogen rich manure can be used with advantage. After producing the biogas, the waste is now converted into the solid waste, and that can be utilized as the manure, can be converted into the manure. So biogas reduces the degree of women and lowers the incidences of the eye and the lung infection in the women's. So how to produce the biogas? what a biogas plant need. So as a raw material, we can use the cow dung, the sewage, crop residues can be used, vegetable waste can be used, the water hyacinth can be used, the poultry droppings and the pig manure can be used. So on the basis of what you are using as a raw material, the characteristics of the biogas varies. If you are using the cow dung, then the total solids will be 20.8%, around 20.8%. The carbon and nitrogen ratio will be 19.7. The biogas production liter per kg is around 32, means 32 liter per kg of the cattle dung, and the methane percentage will be 50 to 55%. So this increases in the banana stem. If you are using the banana stem, the methane gas will be 65 to 70%. And if you are using the water hygiene, it will further increase at 75 to 80% of the biogas, methane in the biogas. If we are using the eucalyptus leaves, the percentage of methane will be 70 to 75%. And if the composite agriculture waste is used, then 60 to 65% of the methane in biogas will be present. So the digestion of the biological process that occurs in the absence of oxygen and in the presence of the anaerobic organisms at temperature and the atmospheric pressure, the container in which this process takes place is known as the digester. So many processes happens there in the anaerobic digestion. The treatment of any slurry or sludge containing a large amount of organic matter, utilizing the bacteria and the other organisms under the anaerobic condition, is known as the anaerobic digestion, and it happens in the synthesis of the biogas. So the anaerobic digestion happens in the 3 stages in the biogas production, in the biogas plant. The first one is the enzymatic hydrolysis. So in this stage, a group of facultative microbes acts upon the organic matter and convert the insoluble complex high molecular compound of biomass into the simple, soluble and low molecular compounds. And the organic substances such as the polysaccharide, protein, lipids are converted into the monosaccharides, peptides and amino acids and the fatty acids. And they are further converted into the acetate, propionate and the butyrate. Then second stage is the acid formation, and in this stage the microbes of the facultative and anaerobic group, collectively called as the acid formers, hydrolyze and ferment the productions of the first phase, that is water soluble substances into volatile acid. So the major component of the volatile acid is the acetic acid, and in addition to acetate or the hydrogen and carbon dioxide, some other acids also be produced, like the butyric acid, the propionic acid, they also produce. And third stage is the methane formation. So finally the acetate or the hydrogen plus carbon dioxide are converted into the gas mixtures of methane and carbon dioxide by the bacteria, which are strictly anaerobes, and these bacteria are called the methane fermenters. So for efficient digestion, these acid formers and methane fermenters must remain in a state of dynamic equilibrium. So the remaining indigestible matter is referred as slurry. So 1 kg of dry cattle dung produces approximately 1 meter cube of the biogas, and the dung, the 1 kg of fresh cattle dung contains 8% of the dry biodegradable mass. So this is the efficacy of the biogas. So now the type of the biogas plants. So biogas plants, they are basically are 2 types. One is the floating dome type, and second is the fixed dome type. Okay, so there are only two types of the biogas plant: floating dome type and the fixed dome type. So in the floating dome type, the example of the floating dome type is the KVIC type. KVIC, that is the Khadi Village Industries Commission. And the example of the fixed dome type is the Deen Bandhu model. Okay, so we can discuss one of them, that what is the KVIC type biogas plant. So they mainly consist of a digester of pit for the fermentation and a floating drum for the collection of the gas. So the digester is 3.5 to 6.5 meter in depth and 1.2 to 1.6 meter in diameter in the KVIC type biogas plant. It have there is a partition wall in the center which divides the digester vertically and submerges in the slurry when it is full. The digester is connected to the inlet and outlet by two pipes, and through the inlet the dung is mixed with water and in the 4:5 ratio and loaded into the digester. So the fermented material will flow out through the outlet pipe, and the outlet is generally connected to a compost pit, and the gas generation takes place slowly and in two stages. So in the first stage, the complex organic substances contained in the waste are acted upon by a certain kind of bacteria called the acid formers and broken up into small chain simple acids. And in the second stage, these acids are acted upon by another kind of bacteria called the methane formers, as we studied in the process earlier, and produce methane and the carbon dioxide. So this is the KVIC type of biogas plant. So the other type of the biogas plant may have different size, shape, and some changes in their construction. So this was all about the biogas plant. We have studied that what is the biogas and what is the composition of the biogas, what are the advantages of the biogas, and what is the average production or efficiency of the cattle dung and the banana stem and other materials used as the raw material of the biogas production. In the process, we have studied that the anaerobic digestion is there for the production of the biogas, and it happens in three different stages. One is the enzymatic hydrolysis. In that, the enzymes produced by the facultative microbes act upon the organic matter and convert it into the insoluble, complex, high molecular compounds of the biomass into simple, soluble, and low molecular compounds. Then, secondly, in second step, acid formation step is there. There the action of the acid formers is seen, and the acids are produced, acetic acid and the propionic acid and other acids are produced. Then in the third stage, that is the methane formation, in that the methane formers are acted and they produce the mixture of the methane and the carbon dioxide. So that is the process of and we have seen that the two types of the biogas plants are there. One is the floating dome type, second is the Deen Bandhu model. In the floating dome type, we have studied about the KVIC type floating dome biogas plant. The another type is also there, that there is Deen Bandhu model in the fixed dome type. So this was all about the biogas plant. Hope you are satisfied with this detailed session. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write in the comment box. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.